This
FN
conference will now be recorded.
FNO is nothing but finance and operations, and functional. We are going to talk about functional demo. So let's go ahead. We will go through a few slides, not a big one, but a few slides, introduction and agenda and self-introduction. Okay, so I carry 15 years of experience in Microsoft Dynamics, which includes NAV, Business Central, Exapta, and finance and operations. I have visited five overseas countries: UAE, UK, Nigeria, Bahrain, and Oman for implementations and support. So I have end client experience, and I have executed 12 end-to-end implementations. I have worked in retail, manufacturing, finance, distribution, automotive, and education verticals, or you can say sectors. So before it used to call as Dynamics, it used to call as Exapta. So this was way back in year 2000. So we should know the history of where it came and how the product has been changed. So this slide talks about the history of this product. So it was originally called as Exapta and AX or AX in short form, and originally developed between IBM and Danish Damgard Data. So these two companies were the owners of Exapta. That was way back in 2000 or 1990 or 2000 year 2000 1998 90s year. And Microsoft acquired this product, actually Exapta, from these two companies in year 2000, because Microsoft sees that this product is a good wide product and a well competitor to SAP. So there was a demand, and Microsoft had an idea of having an ERP. Before that, Microsoft was in MS Office and operating systems, Windows operating system. So they wanted to have a ERP software by them. So they acquired from these two companies, and they were selling it as Exapta same till September 2011, and they renamed it to Dynamics. They created a name called Microsoft Dynamics, and they branded this as Dynamics family. So Exapta had versions of 3.0, 4.0, Dynamics AX 2009, then Dynamics AX 2012, 2012 R2, 2012 R3. So these are all the AX versions. And now it's been changed to or upgraded to Dynamics 365. So what has been changed over the course of time? So if you see on the right hand side, top right, this was an old screen of Exapta. This is 4.0 screen, and now just below that we have this Dynamics 365 screen. So a lot of changes has been done from the technology perspective. This was first, the Exapta was a client server application wherein we had to install this application on the server and on the client who is using. So that is called client server application. So we had to install application every time, and this is called on-premise version. Now, since the technology has changed and then there is a good demand of SaaS, which is software as a service model, then they have come up with the new model of hosting or using through web browser. Having said that, it means we do not have to install any application except we can just start using browser, any browser, and use the URL and it's ready to go. So over the time, the technology has changed, and then now it's shifted to SaaS model. It is also called as on cloud model, Azure model, where the data and the application resides on the cloud. So no more, we do not have to have any server, we do not have to install anything. Okay. Now, I'm not sure how many of you are well aware of ERP, but I'll just give a short note on what is Enterprise Resource Planning. That's ERP. Basically, it's a software which helps our day-to-day activity. If you uh, think about a big company where it has different departments, multiple departments, many people working, and many vendors they need to coordinate with many suppliers, customers. So in that case, software will be very essential so that they can do a planning how much sales orders or how much sales they are expecting to do in the next quarter or second quarter. Based on that, then they can do a procurement of the material. This was just a one example, a short example, but it does many things. If a company is into manufacturing, they can do forecasting, they can do planning of the raw material, they can do planning of finished goods, they can do vendor payments, customer payments. So all this can be incorporated into a single software. The HR and payroll system, CRM, so everything can be incorporated into one system. So that is the advantage of ERP. And it integrates, as written here, ERP integrates these processes into a single system. Now, what is Microsoft Dynamics 365 window? So as we said, it's an ERP from Microsoft, and it also has Microsoft has some more products into their ERP. One of them is Business Central, another is Great Plains, and this is F&O. So these ERPs varies from uh, product to product. Some product has within Microsoft, I'm saying, so Business Central or Great Plains or F&O has different functionalities. And F&O is, you can say, it's a top product. It has almost everything what an organization is requires. It has production, it has advanced warehouse management, transportation, expense, many things. So without taking much time, let's deep dive into the application now. Okay, so how does the application looks like, and what modules it has, what functionality it has. So we will just check that overview. Let me pull up the application. I'll make the font bigger. So this is how the application looks like. And if you see, this is a browser based simple. We open any browser, Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, enter the URL, login with ID and password, email ID and password, and we will be ready to use the application. So that's how the whole technology has changed over the certain time. Yeah, this is called a SaaS model, software as a service. Nowadays, everything, most of the thing, I mean, people are shifting to SaaS, right? If you see timesheet entry or projects, ERP, everything is on SaaS model, cloud-based application. So what Microsoft does is they take care of the database, and they takes care of this application. All data is resides on Microsoft Cloud. We can just pay, customer can pay just monthly subscription fee per user per month, and they can start using it. They also have an option of on-premise. If some customer do not want to go for cloud, they can also go for on-premise. It means we can have our own server or database. So you will be the owner of the maintenance activity, and the database, the data will be residing with you. So this is the home page looks like. This is called a banner section here, where we see Contoso Entertainment System USA. We can change this banner according to customer. There is an option to change the banner, and here we see some date calendar for quick reference, and we can see work items assigned to me. It means anything which is assigned to me in the application will be listed here. Some, for example, something sent for approval for me, so it will be there in this queue. And on the right hand side, what do we see? This is called workspaces: bank management, electronic reporting, benefits, budget planning. So many things are here. These are all called workspaces. Let me scroll down and show you. There could be around 30-35 workspaces on the home page. Revenue management, master planning, sales order processing and inquiry, cost, administration, cost control, store management. This is for something for retail industry, vendor bidding, payroll management, many things. So around 30-35 workspaces we have. And what does it do? Let me click on bank management. Basically, it shows me a quick reference. It's like a view Microsoft has designed. It shows me the all bank accounts, anything for reconciliation, some bank statements. We can import bank statements, and if I scroll right, here I see this is the banks, my banks. Okay, bank 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all my banks, and here it shows me a quick balance, pending balance. Let's keep on scrolling right. Some quick actions for related information. Something on analytics is been given. Maybe there is no data. Let me show you something. If I find expense management, employee self-service. Okay, this is very interesting and important. Employee self-service. We get this with every roles we use in Dynamics 365. It shows me the my career information, work items assigned to me, and my team, company directory, timesheets that I need to fill in, my expenses that has been attached. So many information for an employee. So it's total skills, compensation, performance goal. This is nothing but review management, leave management. How many leaves I have, how many I have applied, what is the status. So, and then next is benefits of an employee, expenses, time management, competencies, or it's nothing but my competency, education, and what expertise I have, total years of experience. So this workspace is different from what we do check on the modules. So this is a graphical view. Now, what else we have? We have on the center search bar. There is a search bar here. If we need to search anything, we can search here. If we do not know the path, let's say customers. Okay, so it brings up all the list with this name. So this is a good feature when where we do not know how to navigate into the system and we want to search, bring that screen. Okay. Here on the right hand side, we have entities listed here. It shows me I'm logged into which legal entity, and this application provides unlimited entities we can create. So this is an entity screen, and if I select and select that option, I will be able to log into that legal entity. For example, company can have operations into different cities, different areas, different businesses, so they can create multiple legal entities within the Dynamics 365. For this one, if you see, this is created for Thailand. There could be some for Japan, China, this is for Malaysia, Japan, JPMF. So multiple legal entities can be created within the application. And then we have some quick icons here which shows messages and then settings. And this is help and support from Microsoft. Okay, now let's see the modules. We have on the left hand side pane, we have few options here. Let me click on this one, modules. Okay, so once I click there, I see a list of modules here. So there are around 32 modules. So which caters almost all requirements of a company. So it starts from accounts payable, accounts receivable, asset management, something for auditors, and this is for budgeting, cash and bank. Common is nothing but a workspace for me. The work items assigned to me will be listed here. Consolidation module, cost accounting, credit collection, so fixed assets, fleet management, general ledger, human resources, inventory management, leave management, master planning, payroll. It also covers a payroll for a legal or organization. So retail, it has something for retail also. Vendor collaboration module, transportation, warehouse, so many things, taxation. It covers many modules. And here we have some quick links. It shows me the recent pages or screens I have opened, and there is something here for favorites. It means I can add some quick links here, for example, and which I visit frequently. For example, in general ledger, I go to chart of accounts, and chart of accounts. I want this uh, a quick link, so I can click on the favorites here. It's the same like how we do it for our browser. It will be on your favorite list, and you go and you see that now star is enabled and it should be here in favorites. Okay, and at any time we want to go to the home page, we can click here, finance and operations. We will be on the home page. So now let us see what do we have in general ledger module. In general ledger, we have the basic to start with the chart of accounts, main accounts required for a legal entity. The chart of accounts can be shared across the legal entity. And we have, let me show you the chart of accounts. Here you see the list of chart of accounts. Okay, I can have a different chart of account for Brazil, China, France, India, and there could be something called shared chart of account. Okay, it's nothing but a name. If I have the same chart of account in multiple legal entities, I can create a shared chart of account and attach this to my legal entities. Okay, so that is also possible. It means if I create a new account here, main account, it will be created across all the legal entities. And Microsoft has integrated this with Microsoft Office. This can be exported to Excel if by a single click. Hit this button Microsoft Office and this will be exported to Excel. It is processing. Okay, it's asking for option export to Excel. Let's say main accounts. I want to export. Download. It says 470 rows has been exported and here is the file. Open. So this has exported to Excel and so these integration options are provided by Microsoft out of the box. Let us go back to general ledger and see what else we have.
Ashish, how we can export more columns?
Okay, export more columns. Let me go to chart of accounts again. Or let me go to main accounts. There is something called data management import export. If those columns are not listed here, we can use data import export and we can define our columns what we want. That is option one. Another
Okay,
option is
by
let's
default only those fields will be exported. Suppose I want to add some category or some other information, whether it's a debit balance, profit and loss, whatever. So how I can add that one in the
let us see what option we have from here. Main accounts and export to Excel. Let us try this one. From here I see very limited option as you said debit or credit or category. Then in that case we can go for data management import export.
okay, that is in some other module.
I can show you right now. Yes, that will be in data import export, that is in workspace. Data management. This is
Okay,
a
the same
tool.
place where we import the files, right?
Yeah, yes. This is a tool we use for anything to export or anything to import. Masters also we can export or import from
Okay.
here. There are different
Yeah,
functions given.
but for the user, only they can export only the specified column.
Correct.
Okay.
So what else we have? Main accounts we talked about, shared chart of accounts, and interesting is dimensions. So dimensions is nothing but a marking of an entry. When we pass any transaction, we pass a dimension. It means, let me give you an example. I have seen some companies creating a chart of accounts for each and every department. Let's say they have expense, electricity expense. They are creating electricity expense for sales, electricity expense for finance, electricity expense for some other department. So they are creating multiple chart of accounts, main accounts, GL account. So what, with the help of dimensions, what we can do, we can just create one GL account instead of creating many. And for that sales, finance, these are all departments can be created as financial dimension, and that's a better and productive way, efficient way of maintaining chart of accounts. So that is the purpose of creating a dimensions. So we can have many dimensions created, and then we can create dimension values. If I select department, and here we have dimension values. So these are all dimension values. Let's go back to home page. General ledger, and general ledger setup. We can define which chart of accounts we are using, which accounting period we are using, what this legal entity deals with, in which functional currency, additional currency. We can also define a account structure, how they want to post the transaction into a legal entity that is controlled by account structure. So here we see we link a chart of accounts, which chart of accounts I'm using for this legal entity. What is the fiscal calendar? Is it from Jan to December or April to March? So those can be defined here. We can define here in currency tab what is the functional currency and what is the reporting currency. There are some accounts which need to define for currency revaluation. And let us now check accounts payable or accounts receivable module. So we have something here, all vendors, vendors on hold, past due. So these are self-explanatory. Vendors on hold means something vendor is on hold for any reason. Let's say it's not a correct vendor. I want to block the vendor so that nobody can select this vendor in the purchase orders. That goes into on hold once I make the status on hold. So making the status on hold is option here, vendor, and then vendor maintain. We have different options here. I want to hold only for invoice or payment or requisition, or I'm holding for all, everything. Okay, and then for your question for exporting, there is a another option of right click on this one and insert columns. We can enable those fields here if those are available what you are looking for. For example, cash discount. I'm selecting this column and update. So that cash discount column is enabled here. Now let us try to export this. We will see if this will be exported to Excel or not. From this icon, export vendors, download. Let us see this file. It looks like we got that column here, column I cash discount. Okay, so this is another option.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And what do we have on vendor card? Let us see. On vendor card, we have vendor ID, vendor group. It means this vendor is falling into which group. We can create groups like, international vendor, domestic vendor, intercompany vendor, or other vendor, so that we tie it to a vendor card, and this will have an impact on accounts payable GL account with the vendor grouping. Close this. We can define a vendor as an organization or as a person. So two options we have, and we define the vendor name here.
what is the difference, organization and person?
Organization is like I'm dealing with a company
Okay.
uh, which is registered. Person means a supplier who do not have his company registered.
Okay,
Uh,
but both look same, right? It will go to the accounts payable, receivable or payables. It's like that only, right?
correct, yes, both are same. It is to the accounts payable.
But what is the purpose they are saying? Because in other applications, it's only there is no type whether it's organization or in person.
Hmm. So
But
there is
basically, when you go for any vendor statement, it doesn't matter whether it's organization or person, right?
correct. There are some fields here which changes as per organization and person. So person you will get a first name, last name here. That is one thing, and some registration numbers you will get if I select for organization,
Okay.
tax registration number,
Okay.
and
Only for the master data, some changes will be there. That is it.
correct. Yes. And for a vendor, you can also go with these options, vendor profile, whether that's a minority owned, owner is disabled. So these some few fields will get changed here, tax number like that.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is no difference. It serves the same purpose.
Oh,
We can define the currency in which I am dealing with the supplier, and there are many fields. Credit limit, I can define how much credit limit I'm giving to the supplier. Multiple address, check print. So all those options can be defined on a vendor card. Default size, site and warehouse. When I select the supplier on a purchase order, so the site and warehouse will be defaulted. Payment terms, okay, what is the payment terms for this supplier, how I'm making the payment, whether it's through cash or EFT or check. What is the cash discount if I'm paying within the due date. 1099 vendors, these are for US country, actually US region. Okay, so that's all for vendor. Let us see what else we have in accounts payable module. So there are many things. We can generate a payment, we can create an invoice from accounts payable module. Mm, aging reports that is out of the box within the system. And let us see now accounts receivable module. Same like customers, we have vendors, we have customers. Okay, so this is a customer card. Let us open. Same here also, we have type as an organization or as a person, account ID, customer group. Show more fields will bring me some more fields here. Address, contact information, so almost same like vendor card options we have. Okay, and then we have many modules: cash and bank, fixed assets, expense management, fleet management, payroll, inventory management. Okay, so that's all from my side, and for this demo you have any questions?
so this is a demo,
Yeah,
and and there is no detail, or it will be, or today's section is over like that.
yes, it was a short demo. You want to know
Uh,
anything, you can ask.
Okay, I want to know more about each module.
Hmm. Okay.
So but
Mhm.
it's mentioned 75-hour demo. Sorry, 45-hour or something.
Maybe 45 minutes, hour or minutes, hour or
Okay.
minutes, Tony.
Yeah, it's mentioned 45 hours. It's not a
Maybe.
course or it's just a demo.
45 hours is a course, training course.
Okay, and I got a WhatsApp saying that it's a 45-hour training course. That's what I am just confused.
Correct, correct. Training. Then we have 45 hours of training where we discuss in detail in the
Okay,
application.
that is not today, you mean?
No, it's just a demo showing the application, what modules we have.
Okay. So when is the actual course?
You opt for the course, and then we can start based on the number of candidates. If we have at least two, minimum two, we can start within a 4 days or 5 days.
Okay, Ashish. Ashish, do you have any other modules like we have basic idea about the accounts payable, general ledger, those basic modules. Like I like to know more about project accounting, the other modules like master planning, the procurement and sourcing.
Okay.
Such modules also will be included, or that is separate, or what?
It will be included in 45 hours of course.
See, I just to see, I was also working in Dynamics GP for more than 10 years, and even I'm with the partner also. So
Uh-huh.
we are already started finance and operation, but so I have basic ideas. So I like to have more idea about this one. That is the reason.
Sure, sure. We can cover in the um, training. We can cover
Mhm.
procurement and sourcing, product information management,
Like
master planning.
yeah, in payroll, I like to see all type of transaction. At least one time you have to show me how to do the payroll running, how to do the year end, how to do the purchase requisition, converting to purchase order, GRN, how it impact the GL. Such one, it will be there in your training.
Definitely, definitely. The 45 hours of training will be included, like, creating new entity. We start from scratch. We create a new legal entity. Then
Okay,
we give
and
then we,
you will be doing the classes.
yes, yes, I will be doing the classes. After creating a legal entity, update the master, update the chart of account, create a vendor from scratch, create customer, pass an entry, JV, year-end
Okay,
process,
and,
consolidation.
and and what time this will be the training? Usually on Friday, Saturday, so Saturday, Sunday, or every
Uh,
day in one
Daily we
hour.
cover 1 hour, daily 1 hour, and then Saturday and Sunday 2 hours each.
Okay, 1 hour in the evening section because we are all working, right?
Yeah, we can cover in evening,
Okay.
depending on your feasibility and my feasibility. We can have a
You are
time.
you are working in UAE also?
No, I'm working for India company.
Okay. Okay, so you said you have some customer in UAE and other places.
I visited, few years ago. I visited for implementation.
Okay, so you are working from AX 2007, I mean 2009 onwards.
Yes,
AX
correct.
2012, right?
12 AX 2012 R2. I have worked. From
Mm-hmm.
there on, I'm working.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to talk to you, Tony. You're in Dubai?
I'm in Dubai. See, I was working here for last 10 years now. We are with the partners. Basically, I know Dynamics GP very well. We have some
Okay.
customers. So most of them, GP nowadays it is getting outdated, and even my customer also moving to AX. I already implemented some of them. So,
Hmm.
but I'm not that much familiar like GP Dynamics AX. But we never have any on-site one because on-site is very expensive. Dynamics, this finance and operation.
Yes, yes, it's very expensive. It is $180 per user per month.
No, no. If I go for on premises,
On
they
okay.
have nearly 20 servers and all. It's required.
Okay, okay. I visited many times to Dubai. I visited around 6 times. I have been to Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, Dubai,
Okay.
Ras Al Khaimah, Al
So,
Quwain.
so when we can start the class, how can I register?
Prakash sir is on call. JSV IT Solutions, sir. On that, you just WhatsApp, just ping him when you want to
Okay.
start, and then we can start.
Okay, cool. Okay, then we can have a section like that instead of having a small demo.
Yeah, this was just a demo to show application, but in training course we cover everything. 45 hours.
Okay.
Prakash sir, are you online? I think he is not. Just reply on that WhatsApp, Tony sir and Madhu. Interested? Then we can start.
This, what is the number? The same 9100270734, right?
Let me check his number.
See, I have seen this number and it was saying it's starting from today and 45 hours. So sorry, 44 hours.
Oh,
So today it is starting the in the demo. I mean the actual training class.
no, it was just a demo.
Okay.
90232. Okay, I'm just pinging his number here on chat, or I will ask him to contact you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.